There's a certain kind of man the world can't ignore. He doesn't speak much. He doesn't try to prove himself. He doesn't chase attention, validation, or approval. Yet the moment he enters a room, everything changes. Women feel him before they understand him. Men notice him before they see him. And his silence, calm, controlled, unbothered, carries more weight than another man's loudest words. This man is mysterious, not because he hides, but because he chooses. He chooses what to reveal. He chooses what to protect. He chooses who earns access to his mind, his emotions, and his presence. And that choice creates an invisible pull, a gravitational energy that makes people lean in, while he never leans out. Welcome to the Stoic Love Wisdom channel. This is where we share lessons about love, real-life experiences and tips for building strong relationships. Today, we're going to uncover the golden law of silence, and why the quiet, mysterious man doesn't just attract more. He wins more. If you are looking for a deeper understanding of love and how to develop relationships, don't miss this video. Before watching the video, find a quiet space and put on your headphones to feel every word I am about to share. Relax and enjoy this journey with me. Are you ready to start this journey? Let's begin. The golden law of silence, why the mysterious man always wins. Silence is misunderstood in today's world. People think silence means weakness. They think silence means awkwardness. They think silence means lack of confidence. But a man who has truly lived, a man who has loved, lost, rebuilt himself, and walked through fire, eventually learns one unshakable truth. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is power. Silence is control. Silence is clarity. Silence is masculine energy in its purest form. And in the world of love, relationships, attraction, and emotional connection, silence becomes a weapon sharper than words. This is the golden law of the silent man. The less he says, the more women feel. The less he reveals, the more they wonder. The less he reacts, the more they respect. The less he chases, the more they move toward him. The mysterious man, the quiet man with a steady presence, always wins. Not because he's better looking, richer, or stronger. He wins because he understands people. He understands himself. And he understands how human psychology works at its deepest level. Today, I'm going to break down exactly why silence makes a man irresistible, why mystery amplifies desire, and why women feel drawn to the man who doesn't reveal himself too easily. And more importantly, how you can embody this energy without pretending, without playing games, and without changing who you are. Part 1. Silence is the language of a man who has control over himself. Let me start with the essence of the silent man. He is a man who has control. Not over the world, not over others, but over himself. Most men speak to fill the void created by their insecurities. They talk too much because they fear silence. They explain too much because they fear being misunderstood. They chase validation because they fear being forgotten. They react emotionally because they fear losing someone. The mysterious man does not suffer this fear. He doesn't need to be seen to feel valuable. He doesn't need to be heard to feel important. He doesn't need to be loud to feel strong. He rests comfortably inside himself. He lets the world come to him. He lets people reveal themselves while he observes. He lets women make the first emotional move. This is why silence is powerful. When you are silent, you hear more. When you hear more, you understand more. When you understand more, you act with precision. And when you act with precision, you stand above other men. The loud man reacts. The silent man responds. The quiet man sees what others miss. And women feel it. A man who doesn't reveal everything instantly creates a sensation inside a woman that's impossible to ignore. Certainty about him is impossible, and curiosity becomes irresistible. Part 2. Women are attracted to men they cannot fully read. Let me tell you something that only comes with experience. A woman becomes attached not through what she knows about a man, but through what she doesn't know. Mystery is feminine fuel. It activates her imagination. It makes her think about you. It makes her fill in the blanks. It keeps you in her mind long after you've left the room. Why? Because predictability kills attraction. Certainty kills excitement. Full access kills desire. Women are emotional creatures. They don't fall for men logically, they fall through emotional tension. And nothing creates tension more beautifully than a man who maintains a calm, quiet, mysterious presence. Here's what silence communicates to a woman. I don't need to impress you. I choose my words carefully. I don't reveal myself to just anyone. If you want to know me, you'll have to earn access. My attention is valuable, not freely given. This is the masculine version of selective vulnerability, something women deeply crave. When a man becomes mysterious, women often become more talkative around him. They fill the silence with their own stories. They reveal more of themselves. They chase answers from him. They lean closer, literally and emotionally. Because silence creates space. And space creates pull. Part 3. Silence makes women feel their own feelings more intensely. One of the greatest secrets of attraction is this. A woman's emotional intensity increases when she cannot read your emotional intensity. If she always knows how you feel, she gets bored. If she always knows what you think, she stops wondering. If she always predicts your moves, she loses excitement. But if she cannot fully understand you, if your silence forces her to sit with her own emotions, she becomes more attached. She becomes more curious. She becomes more invested. Because she is now emotionally activated. This is why the silent man always triggers her mind. What is he thinking? Is he into me? Why didn't he text yet? Does he like me or not? Why does he seem so calm? Why is he so unbothered? Is he talking to someone else? What is going on inside him? And the more questions she has, the deeper she falls. Women don't fall for answers. They fall for the questions. The mysterious man gives her just enough to feel connected. But never enough to feel comfortable. That is the perfect emotional tension. Love, like a mirror that reflects ourselves. When you learn to love, you are also learning to look back at yourself. What are your strengths? What are the wounds that need to be healed? And understanding yourself will help you understand the other person more deeply. That is also the reason I share on this channel, to help you see love as a journey to nurture your soul. If you find these things meaningful, click like to spread that value. And if this is your first time coming to the channel, don't forget to click subscribe with the notification bell, so we can always accompany each other in the next lessons. Leave a comment below, share your true feelings after listening to this part. Who knows, your little story may touch the heart of someone in need. Now, let's continue on the next part of this journey. Part 4. Silence creates respect. When a man is silent, he does something extremely rare in today's world. He separates his emotions from his actions. He doesn't beg. He doesn't explain himself excessively. He doesn't justify his feelings. He doesn't argue for validation. He doesn't chase. Women deeply respect men who don't chase. Not because women want to be ignored, but because women want men who value their self-respect over approval. A woman respects the man who doesn't overreact, doesn't lose his center, doesn't try to win her, doesn't try to prove himself, Doesn't reveal his insecurity. Doesn't respond instantly. Doesn't give emotional access too easily. Silence is a form of emotional discipline. And women trust a man who can control himself. A man who cannot control his emotions. Cannot protect hers. And that is why the silent man is so attractive. He shows leadership simply by staying still. Part 5. The mysterious man is not cold, he is deliberate. A lot of men misunderstand the silent man. They think being mysterious means being distant, emotionless, or cold. No. The mysterious man is warm. He is kind. He is attentive. He is gentle. He is respectful. But he is deliberate. He chooses his words. He chooses his reactions. He chooses his presence. He chooses who enters his emotional world. He isn't silent because he has nothing to say. He's silent because he values what he says. This difference is huge. The cold man pushes people away because he is guarded. The mysterious man pulls people in because he is selective. His silence is not a wall. It is a filter. And women love this. Because women want a man who has emotional boundaries. A man who does not open his heart to everyone. A man who gives intimacy gradually. A man who lets trust build naturally. Women want to be chosen. Not by default, but by intention. And the silent man makes every woman wonder. Will he choose me? That question alone builds attachment. Part 6. Silence is a strategy in love, dating, and relationships. Let's talk practical psychology. Here's what silence does in real interactions. 1. Silence after disagreement shows emotional control. When most men argue, they explode. They raise their voice. They defend themselves. They over-explain. They get emotional. The silent man takes a breath. He waits. He speaks only when the moment allows clarity. This makes him powerful. A woman sees this and thinks. He can handle conflict. He doesn't lose control. He can hold space for emotion. This is masculine authority. 2. Silence during texting creates the right tension. The silent man is not glued to his phone. He replies at a calm pace. He doesn't show emotional hunger. He doesn't scramble for her attention. This tells her. You are not my center. I have a life. I am stable. I don't need you, I choose you. Women melt for that energy. 3. Silence in person amplifies presence. When a man doesn't talk too much, women lean in. They ask questions. They share more. They fill the space. Silence becomes gravitational. In a world full of noise, the quiet man becomes magnetic. 4. Silence after a woman pulls away increases attraction. When she becomes distant, most men chase. They fear losing her. They flood her with attention. But not the silent man. He stays neutral. He doesn't punish. He doesn't pursue. He doesn't panic. And do you know what happens? She returns. Because his silence proves something powerful. Her distance does not control his internal world. That is the foundation of masculine strength. Part 7. Silence protects your value. Here's a truth every mature man eventually learns. The more you reveal, the less you are valued. People value what is rare. People value what is difficult to access. People value what is earned. Silence creates scarcity. Scarcity creates value. This doesn't mean you should hide. It means you should reveal yourself intentionally, not impulsively. A woman should earn your truths. She should earn your vulnerability. She should earn your stories. She should earn your heart. When you reveal yourself slowly, carefully, selectively, you become unforgettable. Because emotional access becomes a privilege, not a default. There are things in love, only when we take a step back, sit down quietly, can we truly understand. I share these stories not to teach you how to love, but so that you can find the answers for yourself. If what you just heard touches your heart, please click like as a way to spread this positive energy to more people. And remember to click subscribe, because there are many profound perspectives on love waiting for you in the next videos. Now, let's continue the remaining journey together, because the most precious things are sometimes at the end. Part 8. How to become the mysterious, silent, powerful man. This part is practical. Here's how to embody the golden law of silence in your daily life. 1. Speak less, observe more. When others talk, let them reveal themselves. Don't cut them off. Don't rush to respond. Don't try to impress. Your silence makes you powerful. 2. Slow down your reactions. Never be the man who reacts emotionally. Breathe. Wait. Think. Then respond. Silence gives you control. 3. Don't overshare your feelings too early. Vulnerability is valuable. But only when given gradually and intentionally. Reveal the right things at the right time. 4. Be warm, but not overly available. A silent man is not cold. He is kind, but not needy. Present, but not dependent. Engaged, but not desperate. This balance is magnetic. 5. Maintain your own life and purpose. A man with purpose doesn't talk too much. He is focused. He is intentional. He is busy becoming the best version of himself. Purpose is the foundation of masculine mystery. 6. Leave space in conversations. Don't fill every silence. Let tension build naturally. Let her wonder. Let her ask. Let her try to understand you. Silence stimulates curiosity. Curiosity fuels attraction. 7. Control your digital presence. Don't reply instantly. Don't spill your emotions in long paragraphs. Don't be always online. Don't collapse your value through overexposure. Your silence online is as important as silence in person. Part 9. Why silence makes you stronger in every area of life. Silence is not only attractive. It is transformative. Here's what silence builds within you. Patience. Self-awareness. Discipline. Emotional control. Perspective. Presence. Inner peace. Strong intuition. Better decision-making. It is no coincidence that every great leader, every strong man, every wise teacher, from Stoic philosophers to warriors to kings, understood and practiced silence. Silence is where a man finds himself. Silence is where a man builds power. Silence is where clarity replaces chaos. Silence is where strength is forged. The modern world hates silence because the modern world fears truth. But the mysterious man embraces silence because he fears nothing inside himself. Final words. Why the silent man wins. Let me end with the truth that ties everything together. A man who is comfortable in silence is a man who is comfortable with himself. And a man comfortable with himself becomes irresistible to others. Women trust him. Men respect him. People follow him. Life bends toward him. Because he is not guided by noise. He is guided by essence. And essence never shouts. Essence whispers. Essence radiates. The silent man does not pursue victory. He attracts it. He does not chase love. Love finds him. He does not force respect. Respect grows around him. And he does not reveal everything. Because he understands. Mystery is the home of attraction. Silence is the shield of strength. And presence, calm, steady, grounded presence, is the crown of a real man. Conclusion. In the end, the golden law of silence is not really about silence at all. It's about mastery, the mastery of yourself, your emotions, your presence, your worth. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need noise to be heard, who doesn't need volume to be powerful, who doesn't need validation to feel alive. The mysterious man wins not because he hides, but because he chooses. He chooses what to reveal. He chooses where to invest his energy. He chooses who earns access to him. He chooses how he reacts, or if he reacts at all. And that choice, that level of intention, is rare in this world. Most men give themselves away too quickly. Most men reveal their feelings too easily. Most men chase what they fear losing. Most men try to impress instead of simply becoming impressive. But the silent man understands a truth the world has forgotten. When you stop chasing, you start attracting. When you stop explaining, you start commanding respect. When you stop reacting, you start leading. Your silence is not empty. It is full of discipline, full of focus, full of self-respect. And women feel that. Deeply. Instinctively. Immediately. Because every woman is drawn to the man who doesn't lose himself for anyone. A man who stays rooted. A man who stands firm. A man who owns his presence so completely that his quietness speaks louder than another man's shouting. So remember this. Silence is not the absence of words. It is the presence of strength. Be the man whose stillness has weight. Be the man whose mystery creates desire. Be the man whose silence speaks truth. And you will win. Without ever needing to say a word. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have found useful lessons about love and relationships. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. I really appreciate your support and will continue to bring valuable content in the next videos. Please continue to accompany me on my journey to learn about love and relationships. See you again and wish you happiness.